Hello guys and welcome back to Gemini Gamers. So today what I have is a new little series, not really a series but more like an informational section or an informational show starting up here. It's the first episode, so don't expect much, but hopefully we can keep it going. So the title of it is basically going to be the title of the Kerbal Space Program blog thing that they have. So they're calling it the news thing. They're calling it KSP Weekly. So KSP Weekly week number 1 or whatever the title is. I don't know what the title is going to be right now because I haven't done the editing or thought about the title yet. So anyway, yeah, so that's going to be basically what it's going to be. So I'm going to talk about what the developers talked about in the blog and talk to you about it. So first episodes, don't expect much here. Just if you don't like reading, then, this is going to be the best series for you. And the reason I'm doing it too is because I haven't seen a recent news series for Kerbal Space Program, and things are starting to pick up a little bit. Especially after the earthquake, things got a little messed up in where the developers are at in Mexico. So, things got to slow down a little bit. But, things seem to be recovering now. So, they can get back to work and finish the development. So anyway, here we go with the first piece of news. So the title of today, that's probably what I'm calling it. So the Eridania region, that's what it's called. Anyway, it's basically just a basin in Mars. So what they do here now, it's basically they start the article with things about real life science event. So what they basically are talking about is a basin in Mars that, about 3.7 billion years ago had thermal vents with a lot of water, deeper than the Great Lakes, and they held a lot more water than the Great Lakes did. So anyway, the article talks about an article released a couple months ago talks about how new evidence goes to prove that there was actually water there, and there's very large deposits that prove that thermal vents existed, and they created just deposits that can only be created under those conditions where thermal vents and heated water. So anyway, that's just basically a place where someday if Elon Musk is successful with his thingy, we may end up going there someday. So to do some research there. It's probably a very good spot for us to look for life or any sort of evidence for life. So yeah, that's why this is important. But anyway, that's just part of that article, the boring part of the article. Actually, if you're here only for development, not really boring, but not having to do with the game. So anyway, let's get to the development news. So what the development team has been working on is basically just the Making History expansion, which is basically just parts of, new parts, basically new, more historically accurate parts. So they're just going to add a whole new, that's basically the same thing that the mole mod adds with the parts in between the 1.25 and 2.25, diameter part. So basically I think that's what they're going to do. So nothing new really, but just a little more, thought out parts, and a new way to play the game, I guess, with those parts. If you're into mods, then it's not going to be that big of a deal. And also the thing I'm worried about, they're calling it the Making History expansion, not the Making History update, which is a little weird and a little strange. I don't know why they're calling it the expansion, but whatever. Maybe they want to charge for it now. I don't know. So anyway. So the main thing they did work on is on the validation system for Mission Builder. So basically they added a whole bunch of new things here. What they did was they added, well, if you don't know what the Mission Builder is you can basically make missions where your own, for challenging other people. If you want to test a person on whether they can bring back a ship from Mars or something like that, or Duna or whatever in the normal game. If you want to test them, go ahead and make your own mission. So you can they added nodes where they force you to do things. So the first node they added is called the message node. So basically this node, when you enter, like when you enter a part of the mission where like you're coming back into, or like into the planet or something, like re-entry or whatever. You know, basically what that adds to the game is that you will get a message once you do that. So once you enter the orbit of the atmosphere, it will add a message of something like that. So like, oh, like you should probably aim your heat shield or something like that. Something little interesting, you know, interesting tips like that. Anyway, so the second thing is time sense node. So I'm just going to read out because I couldn't really understand what it was trying to tell. This node will allow you to set a specific time frame since a given node was activated. For example, you could have a mission player perform an action like planting a flag and then have to wait some seconds for. Well, I guess basically just, you know, prevents you from advancing too fast. That's probably what it means. Reach altitude node. So that's basically you have to, you know, come really high up and then, you know, you accomplish that part of the mission. Vessel landed node. You know, just land on a specific place, whatever. Like if you want me to land over there, that's probably where the node would be. Reach SOI node, just enter the sphere of influence of any planet, like Telumo here, or Lily, the moon here, if you don't know what this is. Lily and the sun, but whatever, anything like that. And plant a flag node, you know, where you want a Kerbal to plant a flag there, part of your mission, to have a successful mission, then, you know, put a node there and tell the player to plant a flag. So yeah, that's it for that part of that. And the last interesting thing is they basically just sneak peeked a model for the Gemini crew service, service vehicle, not the actual Gemini capsule, just the service, the back part, you know, with the engine, you know what I mean. And I'll probably be posting a picture of that right now on the screen so you can see that. So basically it's just the back part of the Gemini ship. So, you know, that's that. So yeah, the service module. That's pretty much it. And if you like Kerbal Space Program on the console, they're working on an update, but, you know, due to the earthquake and all that stuff, it's going to take a while to release. So sadly, that's going to be you're going to have to wait if you're playing on console. I don't know why you're playing it on console, but, you know, you should probably get a PC and play it on PC because you can install mods. Anyway, I'm not sure if you can install mods on console, but, you know, you can install mods easily on PC. And, you know, it's a lot more funner because you get better performance and you can make the game look like this, and, you know, rings, and then, like, we're in a ring, in case you didn't know. Ring, moon in a ring. Giant planet with the clouds, big oceans, beautiful, beautiful. So anyway, I think that's the end. That's the end for the news for this week. So anyway, I'm just gonna include it because it's probably, you know, they included it too. If you want to help, you know, the victims of the earthquake, go to the KSP blog, and there should be a bunch of links to different organizations that will help. That will, you know, if you give out money, donate money, whatever you want to do, they will help rescue people and help people. So whatever, you know, if you want to do that, go ahead, up to you. And yeah, if you like this show and you want me to keep making it every week so you don't have to go do boring reading, like it and comment and subscribe, and, you know, do all that support thing that YouTubers ask. You know, click on the notification bell so you can see the next episode once next week comes out, and you will get an update. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Probably will be when we rescue this. Well, not rescue him, but return him to the ship over there. This dude that's been floating here for a while, but, you know, I was actually gonna fly him back, but, you know, I got a little more into the news than I thought I would. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.